Picture this, long before your first breath, before the stars aligned to mark your arrival, a silent promise was etched into the fabric of the universe, a connection so profound it defies time, space, and even the fog of human memory. What if I told you this promise has a name, one whispered through the ages? Soulmates? ALLAN KARDEC, the great codifier of Spiritism, unveils this not as a fleeting romance spun by poets, but as a sacred truth pulsing through every reincarnation. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through 20 revelations that will unravel everything you thought you knew about love, destiny, and your own spiritual evolution. This isn't about chasing a fairy tale ending or finding a missing piece. It is about recognizing the one who's been walking beside you across lifetimes, unseen yet ever present. Stay with me, because what is coming might just crack open the door to a mystery your soul has been yearning to solve. By the end, you'll feel their presence echoing in your chest, urging you to look closer at the life you're living right now. Let's begin with the foundation. What are soulmates really? KARDEC teaches us they re not random sparks ignited by chance. They re spirits crafted with a divine affinity, bound together by God's infinite wisdom to journey through existence as partners in growth. Imagine two flames, distinct yet drawn from the same eternal fire, destined to light each other's paths. The first truth hits hard. Your soulmate is no wandering the world waiting to be found. They already woven into your story, whether as a shadow in your past or a figure in your present. The second truth builds on this. You've crossed paths before, perhaps in a life where they were your confidant, your kin, or even a stranger whose fleeting kindness left a mark you can't explain. The third revelation stings with honesty. These reunions aren't always draped in joy. Sometimes they arrive as trials, misunderstandings, or separations, because, as KARDEC insists, true love isn't a soft escape but a forge for transformation. The fourth deepens the mystery. You might be at different points on this vast ladder of evolution, one soaring ahead, the other still climbing, yet the bond persists, tugging like a thread that refuses to snap. Picture a moment from your own life, a connection that felt too intense, too sudden. Could that have been them brushing past your soul? Now, let's dive into the heart of it. Close your eyes and recall a time someone stirred you deeply, maybe a surge of warmth, a pang of nostalgia, or an ache you couldn't name. KARDEC explains these as echoes from beyond. The fifth truth. Your spirit remembers what your mind buries, whispering of lives shared with your soulmate. The sixth truth is a quiet thunderbolt. They dawn to complete you like a puzzle piece. They amplify you, standing as allies in a mission that spans eternity. But here as the seventh twist, you want to always stay together in every incarnation. The divine blueprint might scatter you across continents or centuries, demanding you learn alone what you couldn't together. That hollow ache, that unplaceable longing you felt. The eighth truth offers solace. It's their voice calling through the veil, a signal that your souls are still aligned, waiting for the right tide to merge again. And the ninth? This love isn't possessive, it's a selfless vow to see them rise, even if it means stepping back, trusting the universe to weave you back into each other's orbit. Take a breath and let this sink in. How many times have you met someone and felt an instant pull, as if your soul whispered, "I know you"? The 10th truth, straight from KARDEC, is that recognition isn't always loud. It might be a quiet glance, a shared laugh, or a shiver down your spine that logic can't unravel. The 11th truth is a gift. Reincarnation hands you endless chances to mend what broke, to polish what faded, to tighten the knot between you. Yet the 12th warns us, not every wildfire of passion marks a soulmate. Those fleeting storms are lessons, while the real bond glows steady through the ages. The 13th lifts your gaze, even if you've lost them in this life. Despair is a lie. The cosmos, guided by divine order, is already plotting your next embrace. Think of a time you felt inexplicably drawn to someone, maybe a friend who felt like home, a lover who saw through your masks, or a stranger whose goodbye lingered too long. That's the 14th truth at work. Your souls are magnets, and no distance can break what God Himself tied. Here's where it all converges. The 15th truth declares soulmates aren't a reward to claim. They're a duty, a pact to lift each other toward the light. The 16th demands patience. The spirit moves by its own clock, not the frantic tick of earthly time. Your haste won't rush what's sacred. The 17th admits a raw reality. You'll wound each other, because growth isn't painless, but forgiveness is the glue that holds you fast. The 18th calls for faith. Doubt your soulmate exists, and you dim the beacon guiding you. Both believe, and the path clears. The 19th is a hymn of thanks. Every brush with them, however brief, a shared smile, a tearful clash, is a treasure from the Creator's hands. The 20th truth lands like a revelation. This love I isn't chained to flesh, it is a spiritual flame, eternal, unbreakable. They're nearer than you think, maybe in the room, maybe in your memory, maybe watching these words unfold. Close your eyes again, feel them. They know you across lifetimes, and the next chapter hinges on you. What does this mean now? Every twinge of longing, every soul-shaking encounter, every quiet void, they're threads in a tapestry KARDEC bids us to see. Soulmates aren't just your destiny, they're your mirror, reflecting every version of you through the ages. You're never alone. These 20 truths prove love is a lifeline, stitched by a divine hand through trials and triumphs. Picture living with this lens. Reincarnation as God's mercy, soulmates as His promise to soften the climb. It's not about hunting or idling, it's about reading the signs, embracing the wisdom, and trusting your reunions already etched in the heavens. Feel their presence. They carry this tale too, and if you haven't found them, this might be the spark that lights your way. What if all you've known is the opening act of a grander saga? KARDEC challenges us to pierce the material veil, to seek meaning in every hello, every goodbye, every heartbeat. They're waiting for you to recall, to rise, to trust. What will you do with this fire now blazing within? Don't let it flicker out. This is your bridge to the eternity humming in your bones. If this moved you, let's walk this path together. Subscribe to keep this flame alive. Like this video to spread its warmth, and drop a comment. What stirred in you as these truths unfolded? Your voice matters, and together, we'll unravel more of the Spirit's secrets. See you next time. This quest is just beginning.